Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh my gosh, I can't find my glasses, so I don't know if I can read your comments today or not. But hello, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Cuppa. It took a minute to connect because I'm in my hotspot, but it did it. And you can see behind me where I'm at, this beautiful, beautiful place that I'm in at Meg and Jim Lorio's, which is, of course, the sister-in-law and brother-in-law to our auntie Jean Lorio. Was hoping she'd be on this morning. Good morning, Pat Moss, Kathy Hand, Robin. Good morning, everybody. Okay, let's go into our hearts. So hand on your heart and slow down your breathing. Just breathe it in, breathe in peace, breathe in love, breathe in joy. And put that back out into the world when you release it. Release out that love. Send it out like little sparkles from your breath. And then breathe it in again. And just tell yourself how amazing you are, how beautiful you are. And just let that love flow out into the world. It's so beautiful. I've got the sunrise coming up on my face. And boy, is it a gorgeous one this morning. It's coming up as a bright, bright orange as it comes in because it's a little chilly. Not too bad. But, it's those cold, chilly days that you have the best sunrises, sunsets. And isn't life beautiful when nature just provides us with all of this beauty? So hello to everybody finding it. And I don't know if I can turn this some more. I was hoping you could see the mountains in the background. There they are behind me. They're so beautiful Colorado mountains. They have such a gorgeous view of them here. All right, who do we have? Blue and Blue's calling in the troops. Thank you. Andrea Gregg, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. It's Thursday. It's a travel day. As soon as I get done here, I am on my way to pick up Ruth Anderson, and we're going to run away to the hills. We're going up to the mountains for a couple of days and see some alpacas. We're going to stay at Alpaca Farm. We're going to the hot springs and just have a little girls' getaway retreat. Just the two of us, and joining up with one of her friends that's getting a new puppy. And that's the reason for our trip. My voice and sound are not together because of the Wi-Fi, Robin. So sorry about that. But I'm having to use my hotspot here. So that's probably the delay. And Sally and Tony, good morning. Yes, you are a beautiful sparkle in the eyes of the divine. Absolutely. And Blue says it's a beautiful day here also. Unfortunately, Gruffy has lost a bunch of weight. Oh, little Gruff, what is going on? We're lifting her up, sweet Jean. We're holding her and praying for the very best for her. Hope, hi, darling. Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see everybody on this thankful Thursday. We're missing our Auntie Jean still, so I'm hoping that she'll be able to come in and join us. I'm going to attempt to read the message from the angels. Like I said, my glasses are probably in the car. I was trying to find them, but I think I might have left them in there. So the message from the angels is called The Winds of Change. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. When I was a child, I got into trouble a lot, a whole lot. Most of the time, I didn't even know what I did to get into trouble. I just knew I was in the lineup with my siblings, and we were all in trouble. The lineup was the worst because we all knew what was coming. It was corporal punishment to the max. There was no reasoning or talking your way out of it and being cute enough to escape the wrath. So when I read this quote, I thought about those early formative years, the years where nothing was within my control and fear reigned supreme. It took a lot of soul searching and therapy to put it behind me. I think that's why I have a degree in psychology. I was seeking answers. Sometimes, though, the answers are just not there. For me, I believe it's part of my life lesson to understand trust. Every experience, starting with early childhood to my now moments, has been there to show me more aspects of trusting. I believe George has it right. We start out with nothing in our control and learn whatever lesson we get from caregivers and peers, but eventually we have to figure out who we are or who we were before all that conditioning happened. We create ourselves. The more we let go of what was out of our control and focus on what we can control, the faster we come to terms with who and what we truly are. Dear angels, a wise friend once said to me, "You deserve more than what you are accepting as your lot in life." I didn't believe her, as I didn't know my own worthiness. She watched me go through one abusive relationship after another, never judging me, but just standing by to hold me when I crumbled. I know we cannot do what ifs, and yet life would be so much easier if we would hear the message once and it clicked. Some of us are hard-headed and need to be told numerous times. Today is the first day of May, a month that numerologically is all about change. It's my desire to listen to the messages of change and let them fully sink in. I am challenging myself to be open to hearing and understanding what Spirit has to say during this month and embrace my worthiness every moment. Dear ones, progressing spiritually can be viewed as synonymous with mental growth. As you learn new information, you must practice it, repeat it, and experience it to fully grasp it. To fully understand spiritual principles and truths, you must integrate them into your thinking. A lifetime of being abused is not reversed with one thought about your worthiness. Keep feeding your soul the message of love. Keep hugging each other. Keep gathering with like-minded souls who show you in action what love is. It cannot be defined. It must be experienced. Just as you had to learn math and word meanings to be able to progress in the 3D world, learn the meaning of unconditional love, of compassion, and of benevolence. Once you learn this, everything else falls into place. Open your heart and let love in. You deserve it. Dear angels, today I promise to let love in. Can you all make that promise with me? Can you type that in if you can make that promise that today and going forward, I will let love in? Because really, that's what it's all about. Love is all there is. And if we let it in, then we're going to help it make a little bit more sense, this thing called life and the journey that we're on. The love is the key. The love is the principle that everything else is built on. So if you can make that promise to yourself, not to me, but make it to yourself today, promise to let love in. And good morning to everybody finding us. You see who all we have here. I see our Annie Banani. Good morning, sweetheart. And Charlie Coons and Amos and Julie Kiss, Catherine Kovacs. Thank you for being here. And Sally says 3 times of knocking on my head to get anything to click, thinking something I finally see the first time up now. Good morning, Lucy. And Charlie, he's promising, I will let love in. Beautiful. Julie Kiss, I will let love in. And Sally and Tony will let love in. I love that. Lucy will let love in. Annie 7, today and going forward, I will let love in and be love to others. Beautiful. Catherine Kovacs will let love in. I love that. Oh, thanking God. Yes, absolutely. Pat Moss so resonated with the reading today. I promise to let love in. Beautiful. Kathy Hand, I will let love rule and let it in and shine love out. That's wonderful, Kathy. Charlie, only love and light is welcome here. Everything else just fades away because the light shines bright and it opens up the room for us to let love in because we know it's safe to let it in. So let's see what Kuan Yin has to say about all that. I'm glad I was able to see it well enough to read it because I think it was such a beautiful message. And I think it was so high vibrating because where I'm staying here with Jean's sister-in-law and brother-in-law, this is called the sanctuary that I'm sleeping in right now until they go out of town. They leave on Saturday, and I'll be back from my trip to the mountains on Saturday and take care of their beautiful little baby, their fur baby. But this is called the sanctuary, and they hold meditations in here. Just such a beautiful energy in this room. And you can see some of the mountains now showing brighter behind me. They're so gorgeous. Robin, I will let love in. Beautiful. All right, so what does Kuan Yin have to say? She says, it's never too late. If you have forgotten who you are, know that your true self has not gone away and it never will. Underneath every layer of conditioning, under all twisting and turning and trying to fit into some shape to please others, your true self remains true, ready and waiting to rise up in original gorgeousness and glory. It is never too late for you to choose to be you. Same message that we had from the angels, isn't it? We create ourselves. We choose to be who we are. So choose wisely. Choose from your heart, and you'll see that beauty. Deirdre, good morning. Oh my gosh. Deirdre, you missed that beautiful message from the angels. So I hope you'll go and read the blog on angelspeakers.com. That's where all the blogs are housed until they're turned into, even after they're turned into a book. But the book they turned into this year was called Midnight Calls and Dawn Arises. And I love the energy of that book. I can't get enough of it. Just looking at it, it's so beautiful to look at. Good morning, Joanne. And Sally says, after a lifetime of abusive relationships, I am worthy of love. You absolutely are. And you are loved. You are so loved, and you're so loving and giving. Thank you for that. Isn't it amazing? Those that went through such horrid childhoods where we just didn't receive love. We didn't even know what love was. I'm speaking for myself, of course, and I've heard this from many that have gone through the similar childhoods like I had, where we never heard, I love you. We were never held and shown warmth. We were never shown what it would be like to be in that embrace. We were reading from A Course of Love last night, and the Course of Love, A Course of Love, was downloaded by someone, and it was Christ talking. And in this particular chapter we read last night, he was talking about the embrace and how if we just go into that embrace and just allow, we'll feel the love, we'll experience it, just like what the angels were saying last night. You can't define it. You can't say this is love. It has to be experienced. So if we grew up in those formative years without experiencing the embrace, without being shown this is what love is, we can spend our whole life looking for it and looking for what really is love. But once we find it, once it finds us, it's so beautiful to feel it, to experience it, and to live it, and to give it out. And I'm so glad that I was able to have the experience I did of having that all turned around and knowing that that wasn't what life was all about. It's not all about being criticized and judged and punished. Life should be enjoyed. Like my friend Bob used to tell me every day before he passed, Teri, life should be fun. You should be out there swinging on the swing set, sliding down the slide, putting your toes in the water. Every day he would remind me that it was all about enjoying while we're here, taking time every day to give appreciation for the things we do have and not dwelling on what we don't have. Hope Wellington Marshall says, it seems to me that all those who went through the crap as children and young adults are the most giving and loving people. Look at us. The P family are amazing souls. So glad to be amongst you. Hope, I'm so thrilled that you are part of our family. You and all of your beautiful children, Zena, Iyana, Montana. I just love the whole bunch of you. We all do. We wrap our arms around you. And I hope you're feeling stronger and better every day. You've been in our prayers. You're in our hearts. And we continue to lift you up. And there's Kim. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Well, we've got a few minutes to read from the little Angels in My Pocket book. And it's Angels in My Pocket. But little Pocky, Blue Jeans, beautiful baby dog, has decided that this book was written for her. And so we affectionately call it Angels in My Pocket. So if you want to have a reading from one of the pages of the Angels book, we'll do a few of those before we take prayers and go into our hearts. And I get out of here with a trip to the mountains today. So some travel prayers for me and Ruth would be very welcomed. And I can't wait to show you all the beauty up in those mountains and that alpaca farm that we're going to. Just wait till you see those babies. They are gorgeous. So Robin says page 53. And Robin, thank you for your message last night. You know, it just warms my heart when you say goodnight to me or just message me to say I love you or to check up on me. It just makes me feel so good when I get those love texts. Good morning, Brookie and Dylan and sweet little Max. All right, page 53 for Robin. says, don't wish your time away, nor wish for it to slow down. It is exactly how it is supposed to be. Yes, it is. When we start questioning, then we're out of our heart. If we stay in our heart, we know that it's exactly as it's supposed to be because we're aligned with our higher self. We're aligned with the Creator. So stay in your heart and stay blessed, and you'll find out that, yeah, those things that are happening, they're happening for you. And just ask, what am I supposed to do with what's happening? Am I supposed to learn from it? Am I supposed to celebrate it? So stay in your hearts. And Sally and Tony want page 6. That's what I'm told from Spirit for our group. Okay, page 6. And y'all know I'm doing this without coffee and without glasses. So this is a miracle this morning. Dear ones, life does not have to be so hard or traumatic. Those experiences you lived through were your sandpaper. They help shape you and slough off that which keeps you from shining in the world. Oh, that is the perfect message for us. Thank you, Sally, because that's exactly what we were talking about with the angel message, with me sharing a little bit of my childhood. And I know others have similar experiences that have happened to you. And those were our sandpaper moments. Those really made us shine, didn't they? If you've ever watched what sandpaper can do to wood or to anything you apply it to, it brings out the beauty of it. And that's what our sandpapers do. They bring out our beauty. And, Hope, your message that you typed in, it's true. Those of us who have been through the traumas and the dramas and everything that shaped us, we do shine brighter because that's what happens. That's what happens when the rough edges are just shown away, sloughed away, and we're left with the beauty. So thank you for choosing that number, Sally. And Joanne, good morning to you, page 32. Every day, go into your heart and let peace overtake any fear or other emotion. This is a time for all of you to fully embrace love and hold thoughts of harmony. It is now more crucial than ever to hold prayer vigils for those who are making decisions as world leaders. Focus only on peace and hold it as the only option. This is a huge message for all of us to only hold peace in our hearts. And yeah, there's a lot going on in the world. There's world leaders that are not listening to their heart. And so we have a lot of conflict going on, but focus only on the peace and send peace their way. Send thoughts of peace and harmony, and ask that there be an awakening to that as the leaders make decisions. Thank you, Joanne, for that beautiful message. And Kim, you can't wait to see the alpacas. They're so beautiful. We were there last year, Ruth and I, and up in the mountains. Karen Palmer was with us, and we visited those beautiful babies and we're able to spend some time with them. This time we're going to be staying right on the farm. So excited. Thank you, Robin, for the travel mercies. And Sally and Deirdre, thank you. All right, so is that it? Is there one more? I feel like there's one more page that needs to be opened. And I see we have 21 people on, so how about page 21? And we'll let that be the last one before we do our prayers. So if you have any prayer requests, and Deirdre, I know you're here. There you go. There's our daily prayer from Deirdre. So let's see why the angels wanted us to go to page 21. Oh, I'll definitely be filming some of it, Kim, and sharing with you all the beauty of those mountains. We're going to be going today to a hot springs. I'm looking forward to that for sure. Okay, so dear ones, we know that change is not easy. We watch as you struggle sometimes to change even a simple routine or the way you wear your hair. So we definitely understand how it affects you to take on some of the bigger changes you face in your lifetime. Okay, that's why, because that was the exact message from last night. It was all about change and accepting the change and going with it, not fighting it, not being so resistant to those things that come up in life, but know that everything is working for our best and highest good. There's a purpose to everything. And when we resist, we're going to miss the blessing. I don't want to miss any blessing. I want to just enjoy the heck out of this thing called life and just let it be. Good afternoon, Doppel. Thank you for being here. All right. So Deirdre's message is the prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who walk on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, and support for parents of addicted children. Thank you so much, Deirdre. And while Dr. Ruth and I are away this week, or the rest of this week, we're going to be working on that workbook for midnight calls and dawn arises. We are working together to create a workbook because that's what the angels told us to do. So we're taking different topics from the book and creating some reflective questions, creating a journal where you can just sit and reflect and see what the message from the angel said to you. Sally, prayers for the homeless, the lost, the forgotten, the unloved, and for all who are needing some extra love and light in their lives. I love that. Thank you. And Joanne, continued prayers for my mom. She is scheduled to leave rehab next week. There are differences of opinion about her ongoing care, and my brother is against hospice care, but she needs the additional care, praying for all things to fall into place peacefully. Yes, let's pray that for the best and highest good, and for your mom to be able to be comfortable, conflict and that type of energy when they're facing an impending end of their life. Who knows how many days or months or years she might have left, but it needs to be peaceful. So let's pray for peace in her life and peace in your family. And Kim's asking prayers for her son and her animals. We certainly will. And Charlie, thank you. Prayers for our Grace Isis. I've been really missing her. She's missing in action. And I don't know if she's still in Kenya. I don't know if she's back in the States. There's been no word. So we're all a little concerned and just wanting to hear that she's okay and hear that everything is working perfectly for her. So thank you for that, Charlie. All right, let's go into our hearts. Let's lift each other up this morning. Lift up our world as Deirdre shared those beautiful prayers. Lift up those who don't have. Was talking about that last night on our chanting group and our beautiful book that we're studying, A Course of Love. There's a lot of people that are hurting right now, a lot who don't even have meals. And we tend to forget that, don't we? As we are sitting with our food on our table and the convenience of having it, the convenience of having running water. There's a lot of people that are without that. So let's remember those who might be experiencing lack in their lives and lifting them up. All right, so breathe into the heart center And let's just go into compassion, to empathy, feeling those who are hurting, and sending a bunch of love to everyone, all who are on our prayer list, all of those who are mentioned today. Let's just send love from our heart. So as we did earlier, just breathe that love, the love that's coming from the divine, the love that you feel when you take that moment to experience it. It's there. It's there for all of us. Sometimes we just need a wake-up call. Sometimes we need to let go of the traumas and the tragedies and all that's happened in our lives. Just letting it go so we can experience the love, the joy, the harmony of being together. Feel the togetherness right now. Feel all the beauty that's right here in this room. Just look around and see each other. Remember that you will let love in. And what does that mean to you? Maybe it means opening the door. Maybe it means seeing yourself for the very first time, really seeing yourself, and knowing that if there are walls that are put up, you're willing to knock them down. You're willing to have that door so open that when love says, I'm here, you can say, welcome, come on in, come on in. I welcome you with open arms. So take that look at yourself. See if there's anything you're holding on to, any grudges, any regrets, any anger or sadness. Don't bring that into your now moment. Just let it fall where it is, behind you. See yourself walking forward into the light where you can let love in. And all that stuff, yeah, it happened. It was an experience. It was your sandpaper. Don't bring your sandpaper into your shiny new self. Leave it back there and shine as bright as you can shine today. Let that light open up to its full wattage. Maybe it was like a little Christmas tree light, and now a big spotlight shining out of you because you let it all come through, coming into your heart and shining back out of your heart. Just envision yourself. Be the observer for a moment and look at yourself and see if that heart light is shining as bright as it can. If it's dim, then what needs to go or what needs to open up? What can you let go of today? Just take a moment and reflect on that. What am I willing to let go of? Am I willing to look at my beliefs? Do I believe that I'm worthy? Do I believe that I deserve love? That I deserve abundance? That I deserve even to be here with all the lights shining brightly? There's no comparisons, but when you see like-minded people that just want to shine and love, yeah, you belong here and you deserve to be here. That's why you were called in. That's why you showed up today, is to be love, to shine it out to others and let them see you. We're all here to be seen and acknowledged and loved. That's why your names are called when you come in. That's why we welcome you with open arms. You're right where you're supposed to be. And when you leave this place this morning, you're still where you're supposed to be, but maybe that light is shining a little bit brighter. That's the reasoning for you being here. to open to that light even more. So let's remember all of those whose light is a little dim, those who maybe don't understand yet the power of letting go and the power of letting people in. And let's pray and lift up those who are struggling. Maybe they're struggling physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. We have a long prayer list. We reviewed it just yesterday. So let's shine a light on all of those and all of you who have brought forth your burdens today and handed them over. And we take them and we're handing all of those over to the Creator, asking that they be seen and acknowledged and answered for the best and highest good of all. We call on the Creator and we say, here, they're not our burdens. We're just the messenger. We're just bringing them forth with love and compassion. And then we leave them. We just place them there and trust and believe that all are being seen, all are being answered to the best and highest good of all. And then we let go. Sally, letting go of your blindness. Absolutely. Yes. Sometimes we just turn that blind eye to ourselves and we just walk through life, holding on to walls, holding on to anything that'll help hold us up. But when we open our eyes and we see, we can put our hand out and help others who might not be looking at themselves. So thank you, Sally. Thank you for that. You're so welcome for helping all to see our true divine lights. Yes, yes, yes. That is the most beautiful thing we can do for each other, is to just help each other see who we are, our true selves. Robin, prayers for the things we take for granted, the air we breathe, the beautiful sights we see, the birds and the beautiful words we hear, the food we taste, the feelings of touch and emotions of love. Don't forget the wonderful senses we have been given. Blessings. They are blessings. So now we're really going to flow love, because that's what we do every day. We shine love to each other because, as Kuan Yin says, love is what heals. So we're going to do some healing work, and I'm going to call on Leo to help us out by taking us out of here with a beautiful song that he wrote for us, the Morning Cuppa Joy. And hopefully my internet's strong enough to play that. I think it is. Hang on, Leo. Don't start yet. I've got to get you on here so everybody can hear Leo's song.
Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. We're on a peaceful peace, on a mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the choice is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always more space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the pieces.
Thank you, Kim, for being here.
Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Oh. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of.
Good morning, Jennifer.
There really is no secret. We simply
Accept,
accept,
align, allow. Hey, y'all.
Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peace
Lucy,
and the
thank
ball.
you for being with us today.
Very
much love to you.
Every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peace and the ball. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
These mountains behind you. Those mountains. That's beautiful. You might even see some cows back there. Deirdre. Woo! Oh my gosh. Thank you all. Thank you so much for being here today, for just being you, shining your beautiful lights, being so amazing. I love you so much. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Today at 1:11 p.m. Eastern, the World Peace Meditation will be guided by Marbeth Dunn. I will be on the road with Ruth, and Marbeth will be able to come in and guide a moment of peace, sending out peace and joy into the world. Remember your magnificence. Stay in your heart. That's where the love is. Remember that you chose this day to let love in. Keep choosing that every moment, no matter what it looks like, no matter what's being shown to you. Choose to let love in. Love yourself, love the journey, and be at peace. I love you so much. I'll see you in the morning for the Morning Cuppa Joy, and hopefully you'll be able to see some of those beautiful alpacas in the morning because I'll be there on the farm. So I love you. Namaste, y'all.